What's up, y'all? I'm back. I'm gonna try to make this year the year that I get more consistent. But going through stuff and all that, I won't give you guys any detail or bore you with excuses from now on. My plans are to get my act together, but um, I'm not gonna. If I don't, or if stuff happens or keeps happening, continues happening, I'm not gonna just bore you guys with details every single time or apologies, anything like that. That's just not going to be interesting to watch. But yeah, I really do need to fix these things. So this is pretty much everything I've gotten since my last update, with the exception of that Fellini box set back there. I got it, I think, before the last video, but for some reason I just didn't include it, and it doesn't feel right to add it now. So cheers. All right, so this is also the year where I'm gonna change tracks, because I'm gonna be paring down. I don't even think that's the right word, but I'm gonna be bringing down how much I buy. I'm pretty much only gonna be focused on buying things that are limited edition, that I know if I don't get, then or soon, that they will go out of print and get, cost a lot more money. Especially because some of these things, just the booklets or the books that come with them, are really important to me. So other stuff, a lot of like basic Arrow stuff for 88 films, things like that, some indicators, but not many, are things that I can wait for whenever, and I don't need to buy the booklet. I don't need to have the booklet to a lot of horror stuff that I'm not super interested in. But I still want to watch, I still want to have and watch Argento's movies. So I want to get, Deep Blue or what was it? Deep Red, I think. I'll correct myself, but just some of his movies that Arrow has that are now, the booklets just are not going to be in there, or it's just going to cost too much money to get their limited edition sets. So yeah, and those kind of movies I'm just not as interested in. But so pretty much most of what I'm showing you today are things that were limited edition, with the exception of a few things that I just got great deals on. So I'll start with those 4K movies. So I got Tenet because it was $20, but also I kind of wanted to support it. I couldn't support Christopher Nolan in theaters, unfortunately. So this is kind of me making up for that. I still haven't watched it, by the way. WALL-E, it was at a deal at Best Buy, which is the next 3 movies. Or the other 2 movies. I got 3 movies there for a really great deal. And I popped it in. It looks amazing. First Man by Ryan Gosling for like $10. I haven't watched it yet, but I did pop it in just to look at some scenes, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And Coco, and I got Coco because apparently I was reading that the Spanish version is actually better for, like, if you're bilingual, the songs are better in Spanish, and so I popped it in. I listened to like one, and like, yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. I think I may agree with that, but I'm gonna finish it obviously and then think about it. And then I got this just because on a good deal on like Amazon, and it's 7 Worlds, 1 Planet, and I want to get the other BBC 4K stuff, because when I looked at this, it looked amazing, so crisp, so gorgeous, and I was just, my mouth, like every single episode pretty much had my mouth open at one point, like my jaw just dropped at certain scenes. Like, how did they get that? Especially the more you learn about, like, and you try to do filmmaking or photography, and you learn about the difficulty and the skill that it takes to get certain types of shots. When you think about the behind the scenes stuff, then it just really, really impresses you with how they got certain images. Because it isn't just as simple as point the camera and shoot. There is a lot of luck, yes, when it comes to being there at the right time to see an animal do something. I'm gonna take this off, but see an animal do something in that moment is one thing, but also being able to just use the certain type of lens to get a certain look is just incredible. And you know, there were some images that were just stunning, like just on a photography basis, were skillful and gorgeous. This movie is also a bit depressing because I think they really started to hone in on just how much humans are harming other animals. And so every episode like mentions ways that either through climate change or just human activity, we are causing harm and death and extinction to some of these animal species. And it's depressing, but every episode also kind of ends on a semi hopeful note. You know, you're finding out that either some animals are finding new ways of adapting and succeeding, or just what some people are doing to reverse certain things. You know, with the whales now, whales are making a comeback in you know, in the Antarctic waters and stuff like that. So it's a stunningly beautiful set, and I highly recommend it. If you're on 4K, you will be blown away. And what was crazy to me is I popped in just to see, because it motivated me to watch more nature stuff, and I have the Blu-ray for Planet Earth, and it was a huge difference, honestly huge, because I got that Planet Earth Blu-ray when I got into Blu-ray, and I thought that Planet Earth set was gorgeous, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And now when I look back at it, I can see how, I mean, that thing was made in 2006, and I think most of the cameras were like digital. So digital back then, before like 2010, 2012, still wasn't that sharp. Not even close to being as sharp and gorgeous as it is today. So it almost, in some of the scenes in Planet Earth Blu-ray, kind of look like it was made like 1080 technically, but like you can tell that it's digital, and it just does not even come close to the sharpness of even a lot of just modern day Blu-rays. You know, because you can pop in a lot of Blu-ray movies, anything from Criterion, and they look stunning. You know, there are Criterion Blu-rays that give 4K, you know, a run for its money sometimes. So you know, it's not the Blu-ray standard. It's what those Planet Earth stuff, you know, cameras were shot on. And so that just even made me so much more impressed with this now, even more, because the difference in cameras that the BBC crew had back then to now, then this was like a year old, maybe 2 years. Yeah, it was released in 2020. The cameras that they have now are just so sharp, and even underwater you can see things so crisply and beautifully. It's amazing. The highest recommendation, honestly, and this makes me excited to get Planet Earth 2 and Blue Planet. Those are more recent, obviously, so they will probably look almost as good, if not as good as this. So I'm definitely excited to see more stuff like that. This just blew me away. I spent a lot of time talking about that. So let's see here. The other rando thing that I got was this Batwoman and Panther Woman. This is a two Mexican movies, black and white movies, or I think one of them's in color or partial color, but two movies on one Blu-ray, made by VCI. And so VCI Entertainment has been doing a lot of like random stuff. I think they're a very, very small house, and their transfers are notoriously not great. Even when they restore the movies themselves, and it says here restored in 4K from the negatives, it does not look great. Like, I kind of wish Kino had done this. Is how, like, if I was gonna watch this movie, it would have been better if Kino Lorber did it. However, VCI does have other Mexican, like, small, like Golden Age, or just, you know, a little bit after that kind of movies, you know, on Blu-ray, and all of them, according to like DVD Beaver and other places, all agree that, yeah, their transfers are not great. But, you know, they are releasing these movies on Blu-ray, where it's better than them not getting released at all. However, I'm hoping then that with more people getting into them or buying them, or just in general, like that they get better at restoring these movies, because I definitely want to see them in the best quality as they can. It would make a huge improvement. But the one thing that I would say that about this, because I haven't watched either of these movies, I did pop them both in just to see how they looked, and the thing that's disappointing is that they're dubbed in English. And so me, I'm not just getting into or trying to watch like Spanish language movies just to because I connect with them or whatever. It's because I want to also improve my own Spanish. So I got this thinking like, yeah, I'm going to be able to watch an older Mexican movie, but also pick up some Spanish, or just improve my Spanish listening comprehension and all that stuff. And no, it's in English. So that's disappointing. And the movies do look of lower quality, like in terms of the story, like they don't look super great either. I thought, which didn't bother me. I was gonna just buy them just to like, look at this funny, Panther woman. Maybe it will make me laugh, or just some of the absurdity. Now I have a movie that I can't connect with, at least on a Spanish-speaking level. So that's just a small disappointment, but it happens. So I got I think almost everything else except for like 3 things here are UK. So this is Eureka, the Painted Bird. And so again, Eureka, I love them. I want to get more stuff from them, but unfortunately I have to focus on just the limited edition stuff, and only the limited edition like booklets if I want the booklet for it. I don't care too much about slipcovers, even though I like them. So there are some other recent Eureka stuff that I would like, but because they don't say that the booklets are going to go out of print, I'm not going to get them anytime soon. But I've yet to watch this. It looks stunning. I did pop it in. It looked great. And of course, 88 Films, Mystery Men. And this is one movie from my childhood that I had to get this. This is something that like I needed the booklet. I wanted the slipcover. I wanted the whole package, because this movie is one that me and my brother and I just grew up watching and loving and laughing at. And I did watch it. I watched it the first night I got it. I had to just pop it in. It looks great. The transfer, it's probably the best it's gonna look. And I watched some of the special features and I really enjoyed them. But the thing that I loved about rewatching this is because this movie made me kind of feel that, because it's been like a decade and a half since I had watched it, that I was kind of dreading watching it almost, because I was thinking, is it gonna hold up? Is it gonna be as good as I remembered? Is it gonna be as funny as I remember? And it is. And not only that, but I caught like grown-up jokes now that I didn't before, or just some other things like that. Like or certain references that I just didn't know what they were talking about in the past. So yeah, this movie is just as funny. I had a great time with it. I can't wait until COVID is over and my family and I can reunite again, so that all of us siblings can get together and rewatch this all together and laugh, because I think it's going to be a really fun time, and it's going to be take us back to those memories. So I also picked up 2 Kino Lorbers they were both sealed from my local Goodwill. I don't know how. I don't know why. I always wondered that kind of thing. Like whenever you find stuff like that, like the sealed or expensive or brand new, or like, what is the story? Who bought these 2 movies? They didn't even open them, and then just gave them away. I don't know, but it's The Criminal and My 20th Century, which this one looks like it's kind of highly regarded. I don't know anything about either of these 2, and I still haven't watched them yet, but yeah, that was cool. I just had to snatch it just because it's Kino Lorber. Anytime I see like a boutique Blu-ray out in the wild, I have to get it, just because it's boutique, and that's why I also have. That's why I have like is it Bride of, or no? I think it's I don't know. It's an Arrow movie, a random one. I'll put it in the link below. I can't think of it for some reason right now. It's the guy who's like kind of like Frankensteinish. This is Spirited Away, their collector's edition, and I have Princess Mononoke up there in the corner. I don't think you can see it from here. And I know that the only other set like this is their. They also released. Why am I blanking on these movies right now? I know somebody who might be watching this probably already knows. It's My Neighbor Totoro, and there are only 3 as far as I know collector sets. I am. It's been like 2 years maybe I think since these were released, so I'm kind of worried that they haven't been selling as well and they've stopped production, because I would, if I'm going to buy all of G-Kid's, you know, Studio Ghibli movies or Ghibli movies, I want them all on these. I don't want to have 3 or 4 of these and then all the others on Blu-ray, but that may just have to happen because there are a lot of other, you know, Ghibli movies I want to watch. But yeah, I popped it in. It looks great. We'll watch it soon. But, you know, I only watched it a few years ago, so I'm not in a super hurry. So, the other stuff that I got. 2 BFIs. La Haine, which, you know, this is limited edition set, which like an 80-page book. This is annoying. This is a very flimsy paper set, and there's already creases and folds in here, and you know, I want BFI to do this. You know, Indicator does it. You know, every other like couple of movies, they won't do a box set, but they'll do something like this. Like here's the other movie, Sweet Charity. You know, they'll do this with certain movies where they'll put in like a 70, 80, 90-page book and a hard thing like that. It's a kind of bigger set, and I would like to see BFI do more of this. But if you're going to do this, if you're going to go all out on one movie, please do a hardback cover like Indicator. I don't want to see this flimsy ass paper anymore. That's just really disappointing. But the movie looked stunning, amazing. Honestly, I was blown away. The movie was great. I really enjoyed it. I think I got a lot out of it. It's just, I didn't. It wasn't what I was expecting, and so there was a part of me that was not disappointed, but was just kind of underwhelmed, and at the same time was like, this is really incredible. You know, the music and the cinematography, and just there was a certain vibe to it. It wasn't what I thought was just going to be like a ticking time kind of movie within a 24-hour set, and it is that, but it's also almost like a hangout movie. You know, it's like those two, like political, you know, ticking time, stressful movie at the same time, a hangout movie. And I really liked that, and I really enjoyed it, and it's one that, like, in retrospect, after I watched it, appreciated more of it, but not as much while I was watching. I feel this is a movie that the more times you watch it, the more you will appreciate it and love it. And so I am looking forward to not just watching this, but actually showing this to somebody. I want my brother to see this, and maybe my new girlfriend. And then the other BFI set that I got is Koreeda's Of Flesh and Blood, which is limited edition to like 3,000, I think. So I had to pick it up. I don't want this. This is definitely more Koreeda is not something that I just want to let go. You know, this is something I definitely want to pick up. And there's some other, you know, new sets that they released that I want, that I unfortunately are going to be limited edition, which that's where BFI is headed, and that's kind of disappointing. So, 2 Arrow sets. One, Shohei Imamura, and limited edition. What else is there to say? This, I haven't watched any of this, but I needed it. That's all I'm gonna say, is I needed that. And Irma Vep, and I got this on eBay, and I got this after the Criterion was released, because I knew that this has a commentary, audio commentary that the Criterion doesn't, but also I wanted the booklet that comes with that, and it's a very small booklet. It's actually one of the smallest I've seen from Arrow, to be honest. It's like 20 pages or something like that, less than that, yeah. So it's just one essay, but I wanted it, and I knew that like maybe later somebody, you know, with Criterion set and other people like me who want to have a complete like special features and all that other stuff for like one movie, somebody else, these would maybe get a little bit popular, and it would be more expensive to find, you know, a set of this movie that comes with the booklet. So I just snatched it up. I haven't seen any of Isaiah's movies, so I'm definitely going to watch this and check out some of his other stuff from Criterion. You know, I mentioned it earlier, Sweet Charity. With Indicator this year, I'm pretty much only getting what they report is on low stock. So every month the newsletter comes out, whatever's on that low stock list, I'm just going to pick up then. And later on during the sales, pretty much again, like whatever they tweet out that says, you know, we're running low on this, I'll get, and that's it. Nothing else. I do want most of their movies. I'm not going to be a completionist, but I do want most of their movies. So someday, you know, a year from now, 2 years from now, when I have more disposable money, I definitely will, you know, then get more stuff from theirs. But right now, I'm just focusing on what's considered low stock to them. And the last movie is I Got Lucky, because this one, thanks to COVID and Brexit, was looking like it was not going to be able to get bought. And so I, through the luck of a Redditor who somehow accidentally got 2 of these, or he accidentally bought 2 of these. I forgot which one. He accidentally got 1 extra or bought 2, which I think is the latter. Yeah, he sold me the Breathless 4K set from Studio Canal that comes with the vinyl record. And for those of you, I don't think I ever announced it. I'm getting into vinyl now because I bought an okay, decent playing, you know, record player that's over here, and I wanted to play the music from this. So I've watched half of this movie so far. I'm going to finish it after recording this, and so far I like it, but I also dislike the main character, which I don't think, you know, he's not somebody you're supposed to like. He's just a kind of an asshole. But I'm interested, and definitely interested in reading about it and learning it. And the music so far I like too, so I'm definitely looking forward to playing the record after that. And I'll probably do a whole video on this set, you know, after 1 or 2 watches and listens and the special features and all that, and I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are. But yeah, that's it. All of these movies, plus whatever I can't lift up. But yeah, so again, this is the year I'm gonna turn things around, get my mental and all those ducks in order, because, you know, gotta grow up. But yeah, hopefully soon I'm gonna get this video out and get back on that John Ford wagon that I really fell off. But let me know what you guys think on any of those movies, anything that I got, or just how you guys are doing. You know, I hope you're doing well, doing a lot better than me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.